Is supposed to be used by school boards to teach our children science, reading, writing, and other important skills. But 27 Investigates found one local school board spent tens of thousands of dollars every year on trips to 3- and 4-star resorts, all in the name of school improvement. First News reporter Amanda Smith shows us how her investigation led to more questions about how your tax money is spent.
Every year, members of the Youngstown City School Board go to conferences in places like New York City, San Diego, Austin, Texas, Washington, D.C., and New Orleans, often staying at 4-star resorts like Loews in Atlanta. While the board is supposed to vote on and approve each trip and expenses for members, what is listed in their public meetings is often much less than what the district actually pays. And school board members say they're often the last to know.
It's never reported back to the board how much is spent on traveling.
27 First News requested travel expenses for 3 years in the Youngstown district. Each year covers at least 75 pages. We found one trip for the National School Board Association conference that was supposed to cost $8,900. 4 school board members went to Boston. They stayed in the Hilton and the Renaissance. When the bills came in, the tab totaled $10,100.
Anytime that a resolution is brought before the board and we vote on how much is to be spent for that conference, no additional money should be spent on that conference.
School Treasurer James Reinhardt says the board might consider changing its policy on reporting final costs.
As a fault, yeah. I mean, it's just hasn't, been the practice.
The extra expenses racked up on each trip, sometimes thousands of dollars. Taxpayers picked up the tab for taxis, meals, and baggage fees. At least one former school board member says the public shouldn't pay for those.
They've spent so much to send you away, pick up the tab on just some of it.
We compared Austintown and Warren. Both have similar student enrollments to Youngstown. Warren has even more students living in poverty. Youngstown spends the most on travel. Austintown does not belong to the national organization and has no plan to join.
First of all, it's a big expense. Number 2, their meetings are a distance away, so that's additional travel expense. We have everything right here with, let's say, the Ohio School Boards Association.
So after going through all of the documents and adding up all the bills, we found that the school board spent $36,000 on travel in just a 15-month period. That teacher in your child's classroom could be getting paid as little as $30,000 for the year. Amanda Smith, WKBN 27 First News Investigates.
Now, in the interest of transparent reporting, we should note that former board member Andrea Mahone is a freelance host of Increase the Peace, a community affairs program that airs on our sister station, MyYTV. Now, in the report, you saw the spending comparison of the Youngstown district to Austintown and Warren. We checked the state report cards. In 2013, Youngstown City Schools earned a performance index of 76.9%. Austintown had a 97.7 rating, and Warren was right behind it at 95.5. 27 Investigates put all of the financial records online at WKBN.com. There was also an interactive map showing the cost comparisons of hotels within a bus or taxi ride of the conferences elected officials attended.
Spring enrollment is down for Youngstown State University and Kent State Trumbull. There were 12,823 students enrolled at YSU this spring, down 1% from a year ago. But graduate student numbers are up 3% with 1,150 students in class. By the way, Kent State Trumbull lost 184 students from a year ago. The enrollment stands at nearly 3,000 students.